That gate's a whopper, isn't it? Wonder what's behind it, eh?
It won't move an inch. What do we do now?
Well, we can't just turn back. Come on, someone must have a bright idea.
Welcome to the Dragovian Sanctuary. We Dragovians are capable of existing in two forms, human and dragon. I am Chen Mui, a Dragovian elder. I'll be your guide here. It has been many hundreds of years since humans last set foot within the sanctuary. Your sudden appearance may shock some Dragovians. That is why I would like to accompany you. You may feel uncomfortable at being escorted, but I pray for your understanding in this matter. What's this? What happened? The sanctuary wasn't like this when I left.
Master Chen Mui, what a surprise! It has been many years. When did you return?
Save the pleasantries. You must tell me what is happening here. I apologize. That's a matter for me to discuss with the council elders. Pray, let us pass.
Most honored Chen Mui, you may pass, but I cannot permit the humans to enter the council chamber with you.
We are facing a dire crisis, and you stand on formalities? I will take full responsibility for my guests. Now move out of my way at once.
It appears your mind is made up, Master Chen Mui. In that case, please, enter.
What is this? The Council of Elders is in session.
Ah! If it isn't Chen Mui.
It is. It is indeed. Welcome back to the Council, Chen Mui.
Thank you, but let us save the pleasantries for later. First, tell me how the sanctuary could have fallen into this state.
Ah, yes. I forgot that you left before the ritual was carried out. Very well. Let me tell you how all this came about.
Just after you left Chen Mui, the Lord of the Dragovians came to a momentous decision. As of course you know, we Dragovians are both human and dragon. He decided the time had come for us to abandon our human forms once and for all.
What? Preposterous! Does such a ritual really exist?
Our Lord ascended the heavenly dais to test the ritual on himself first. Once it was completed, our Lord became a dragon once and for all. Or so he thought.
In fact, the ritual failed. As you know, it consumes a great deal of energy for us to remain in our dragon forms. The ritual compensated for this by replenishing the energy from the ambient surroundings. In other words, our Lord began to absorb the energy of his fellow Dragovians. We are slowly being consumed by his unending hunger for energy. Thus, the sanctuary has fallen into discord and disarray.
As soon as we realized the ritual had failed, we appeared before the Lord of the Dragovians to plead with him to reverse it. But the ritual appears to have affected his mind as well. In his current state, he cannot be reasoned with. What now sits upon the heavenly dais is not the Lord of the Dragovians, but a savage, uncontrollable monster. He attacked us. We had no choice but to withdraw.
And soon the sanctuary of the Dragovians will be no more. I can put it no more plainly than that.
I see. It appears terrible events have unfolded during my absence.
Chen Mui, I meant to ask earlier, but who are your companions? They appear to be humans, if my eyes do not deceive me. I mean no rebuke. I am simply curious.
Your eyes do not deceive you. These humans intend to confront the Lord of Darkness, Rapthorn.
Indeed. Is he?
There will be time for that later. They plan to confront the Lord of Darkness, you say?
If that is the case, they have arrived at a most fortuitous point in our conversation.
But can we really entrust such an important task to outsiders?
Outsiders? Perhaps you should introduce yourselves to the Council of Elders. I see. It would take powerful warriors indeed to overcome the strength of the Lord of the Dragovians, which makes these humans perfect for the task. Indeed, their valor has been acknowledged by none less than the god-bird Imperia.
The god-bird Imperia?
I hesitate to ask any more of you when you already journey under such a terrible burden. But before you confront Rapthorn, I would ask that you face the Lord of the Dragovians. Think of it as a personal request from me. Will you accept? I had faith in you from the very start. Simply hearing that lifts my spirits immensely. Please, come to my home, where I will prepare a cheese banquet suitable for great heroes such as yourselves.
Master Chen Mui, you finally return. I have looked forward to this day.
Ah, yes. Thank you for watching over things in my absence. I brought some human guests with me today. I want you to make sure they are comfortable.
Guests from the human world? Do you mean one of them is Miss Chia's?
Why don't you begin preparing tonight's meal?
Of course, Master. A cheese banquet, I presume. I'll begin preparations right away.
Please, make yourselves at home.
What a spread, eh? I don't think I've ever eaten that much cheese in my whole life. Not that I'm complaining, mind. That was good grub. I'm just feeling a bit cosy round the old midriff.
That's Yangus, always thinking with his stomach. By the way, there's something about this Chen Mui fellow that sticks in my mind. We only just met him today. How does he know so much about us?
Actually, I found the attitude of the elders even more bizarre. It was as if they'd known about you for a long time.
You reckon? I didn't notice nothing weird. But if it's bugging you, like, why don't you ask that old Shem Wassett bloke, eh?
You know, for once, I actually agree with you, Yangus.
I seriously doubt he'll spit out the truth there and then, but it can't hurt to try.
Awake already? How do you feel? Did you sleep well? Glad to hear it. I'm counting on you. Today you will visit the heavenly dais. The path is a labyrinth. The entrance lies beyond a portal, beneath the council chamber. Now listen to me carefully. I cannot approach the Lord of the Dragovians in his present state, lest he drain my own strength away. Thus, I cannot accompany you to the dais, but I'll be fighting alongside you in spirit. I believe in you. I know you can bring the Lord of the Dragovians back to his senses.
Why do humans dare to appear before me? Perhaps to offer themselves as sacrifices. Very well. Your wish is granted.
What have I done? After the ritual, everything felt wrong. As though I were entangled in the threads of some enduring nightmare. Humans? What are humans doing here? No, I remember now. You confronted me when I was out of control. Brave humans, you have my gratitude. Had you not put an end to my madness, it would have meant the end of the Dragovian race. I decided to abandon my human form, yet it was humans who rescued me. It appears my decision was a grave mistake. You? How can this be? You saved me. No. You saved all of the Dragovians. What a strange hand fate has dealt us.
How come he knows who you are, Gav? And what's all this about fate?
It seems you remain unaware of your true origins. Or perhaps your memories have yet to be reawakened. Very well. You are the child of a human father and a Dragovian mother. The blood of both races runs through your veins. But of that I will speak no further. Consult your grandfather if you wish to know more. Chen Mui, I sense your presence. Reveal yourself.
I should have known your penetrating gaze would see through my disguise, my lord. Forgive me. I apologize for hiding my identity from you for so long. I am your grandfather. I disguised myself as Munchie so that I could travel alongside you and see that you were all right. I understand you must be shocked. Anyone would be. And now I will fulfill my promise to unravel the mystery of your birth for you. It is quite a long tale, however. May I suggest we adjourn to my home, where we can speak at our leisure?
Very well. I shall transport you back to the sanctuary. Please visit me again once Chen Mui has satisfied your curiosity. There is still much for us to discuss as well. You have earned the right to undertake the Dragovian trials.
Home again. Home again. The power of the Lord of the Dragovians is a wondrous thing. Well then, there is something I would like to give you. Follow me. This is a keepsake of your mother, Xia. It was given to her as a present by your father. Does the jewel set in the ring seem familiar at all? I thought it might. It's an argon heart, obtained by your father 20 years ago, during his initiation as Prince of Argonia. Long ago, some 20 years previous, a curious Dragovian girl by the name of Xia decided to visit the world of the humans. There, she chanced to meet a young prince named Eltrio. It was love at first sight. But her father, Chenmui, none other than yours truly, objected. He took Xia back home to the Dragovian sanctuary so that the couple could never meet again. He thought it was the right thing to do. He believed there would never be any way for a Dragovian and a human to build a happy life together. But he was wrong. His foolish decision caused no end of sadness and tragedy for his beloved daughter Xia. Shortly after Chenmui forced his daughter back to the sanctuary, a human body was found just outside. It was Eltrio. He had fought desperately to find Xia again, but died just before reaching the gates of the sanctuary. The death of her true love wounded Xia to her very soul. She plunged into an inconsolable sorrow. Her life ebbed away from her day by day. One day, even while absorbed in her grief, Xia realized that she was pregnant with Eltrio's child. Every single one of the Dragovians objected, but she stood firm and decided to keep the baby. Xia delivered a healthy baby boy, but in her weakened state, she never recovered from the strain of childbirth and passed away soon after. The Council of Elders convened a discussion to decide what should be done about the half-human, half-Dragovian child. It took several years, but finally, the Council of Elders announced their final decision. The child's memory would be sealed away, and he would be banished from the sanctuary forever. Needless to say, by this time Chenmui had changed his mind. He argued against the cruel and closed-minded decision at great length. But the Council of Elders refused to reverse it. Chenmui cursed himself for his powerlessness. Shortly thereafter, the Lord of the Dragovians used his power to seal away the child's memories, and the boy was expelled from the sanctuary. The boy was Chenmui's last remaining connection to his only daughter. He knew he could never truly abandon the child. So, Chenmui begged the Lord of the Dragovians for permission to follow his grandson into the human world. The Lord of the Dragovians told Chenmui that he would only allow it if Chenmui disguised his true appearance as a mouse and never spoke directly to the boy. Considering the hardship his grandson would be facing as an exile and an orphan in a totally new and unknown world, Chenmui made up his mind at once. He transformed himself into the likeness of a mouse and chased after the boy as quickly as he could. And now you know the whole story. My apologies for keeping it from you until now. Please forgive this doddering old man. As for the ring, I would like you to have it. I think Xia, your mother, would have wanted it that way. Perhaps you should have another look around the sanctuary. Or would you like to hear the story again? Hardly a surprise, given the length of the tale. Let us make our rounds of the sanctuary and tell everyone of your valiant service to the Dragovian elders. I have a secret to confess. This grave contains not only the worldly remains of El Trio, but of Xia as well. It seemed only right to bury them together. After all they had suffered, I erected an empty grave for her in the labyrinth to hide the truth from my people.